Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Headbanger's Closet. Hope everyone's doing well today. This video is going to be an unboxing of a handful of records that just came in. This has never happened to me before in my entire time of collecting or buying records, for that matter. So pretty much a handful, not a handful, but 2 pre-orders and then 2 orders that I placed all came in within the same 2 days. And when I got back into town today, Saturday, August 1st, they were all sitting in front of the office door, this office I am at now, the Headbanger's Closet. They're all sitting there by the door waiting for me to get back. So I'm going to open them up right now. I pretty much know what they all are, but I kind of thought it'd be cooler doing it this way and showing you guys rather than just doing a like this just in collection update kind of thing that I normally do. So first things first, the first one is from Rocks Records in San Dimas, California. San Dimas, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, if I'm not mistaken. So this was a record I saw on eBay, but a good friend of mine suggested I buy it from Scott, and I did. So this is Gammacide's first record, Victims of Science. This is the Nuclear Green Swirl vinyl, 1990 Texas thrash metal classic from No Life Till Metal Records from Scott Waters. So super cool stuff. Really, really excited to get this. I've loved this album for a long time. They came to Atlanta, I think, over the winter, and I missed them. And I was really bummed. I wanted to go, but just couldn't make it happen. And the OGs are really hard to get and find. And I knew there was a reissue, but when I was watching one of Scott's, metal hard rock and metal update, he had this one and said it was for sale. And I was like, I gotta go check that out. So let's kind of take a look here. I'm gonna throw this box down here. So here it is, the hype sticker right there. Now he did mention they were going back out on tour and they were going to have these, but since they just came to Atlanta, I did not know when they were going to be coming back. I haven't seen any dates announced. So you've got the picture of the guys in the band. It's the new lineup. Super cool. You've got lyrics, a picture of the band, and tons. I love this. This is some of my favorite things that record companies do by putting all these flyers and photos of the band playing live and hanging out. Just all the different flyers, who they play with: Sacred Reich, Atrophy, Exporter, Death, Rigor Mortis, Talon, couple times Talon with Talon, Cardiac Arrest, more Rigor Mortis, Agitators, yeah, super cool stuff. Rotting Corpse, really, really cool stuff, and then some stickers. Awesome, I love that. I think that's like an extra feature. I know High Roller Records does it all the time. I think it's absolutely amazing. I love looking at that stuff. And there it is on the nuclear waste green vinyl. Really, really cool looking there. So there's the logo. And on the back, it's the No Life Till Metal logo right there from Scott. They're super cool. So excited to have that in the collection. Thanks, Scott, for kind of showing this on your channel, your video, like a week or 2 back. So I was able to kind of see that and go looking for it. So I'm glad I was able to get this in the collection. It's an album I've liked for a really, really long time. Let's put it back in here nicely. All right, it's not going right now. I'll get that just in a second. All right, next up. This one is from 20 Bucks Spin. This is a pre-order I did a good while back, and started getting concerned because the album that I pre-ordered has been out for a good, 2-3 months now. Let's put the records here. I've got to keep some of these boxes. I've actually got to send a few empty boxes to somebody and have them send records back to me. So we have the latest from Spirit Adrift. This one is called Infinite Illumination. This is the last Spirit Adrift album. Really, really good record. Been listening to it for a while. Like I said, it's been out for a while. This is a gatefold. I think the reason I sent them an email, and the reason they said it was taking so long was that it was the second pressing. So that's really, really cool right there. And then on the back, it's a little bit more white. So it's really, really sharp looking. They had to wait for the second pressing before they could mail it to me. But yeah, I love Spirit Adrift. They came to Atlanta on some fest tour over the spring, and I missed them, which I'm really bummed about because that's it. They did a video coming back from Montreal saying that was their last ever show as a band. Super bummed because I've been a big fan of these guys for probably since COVID. And I like everything they've done. I love the solo project he did, Neon Nightmare, Faded Dream, Neon Nightmare, which is I've mentioned before on this channel. So Spirit Adrift is really, really cool, just really awesome doom metal that sounds very Black Sabbathy with the riffs. Really, really enjoy it. Really good stuff. Wasn't a huge fan of the first 2 albums. There's some songs on those albums I really, really like, but as a whole, I wasn't a fan of them as much as I was the last 3. But really, really excellent record. Glad to have it in the collection. And then this next one is Lacerations, I Erode. Laceration is a killer death thrash band, more so death metal, but there's definitely some thrash elements, so I'm going to call them death thrash. Absolutely bitchin' record, super heavy, super extreme and aggressive. And this one is on a different color vinyl as well. Yeah, check this out, dude. That is super cool looking. I don't know what it's called. Does it say? Second full-length statement of malevolent real death metal. Cranberry Yellow Black Galaxy. That's the name of it. So yeah, it fits, I guess. Definitely fits the name. But yeah, awesome. Laceration, really, really good stuff. If you dig bands like Ripper and Raider, you're going to dig these guys. It's really, really good death thrash. All right, next one. The Mighty Music Mailer. Let's see. This is from Distribution Center in Whitlock, Ohio. Relapse Records. Okay, I know what this one is. Took me a second to see. Took me a second. I had to see who it's from. This one right here is giving Mammon's Throne a run for its money on Album of the Year. I've been listening to this thing non-stop since it came out. Haven't read too much about it. Haven't watched any videos on it. But, oh, no way, dude. I bought 1 record, dude. They sent me 2. Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm going to bend down and grab something. This is gnarly. So I bought... Dude, they gave me a free LP. It says free LP. All right, I'll show you that in a second, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't pay for 2. I was like, no, I didn't. Anyway, this is Left to Die. Initium Mortis. I probably pronounced that wrong. All right, this is just such a badass record. Please, somebody in the comments let me know. The second half of the record sounds a little different. I think maybe I had heard that the second half of the record was like death demos that they just kind of redid. I'm not sure. I might have be completely just not remembering that correctly. Picture the guys in the band, stuff like that. So like I said, I haven't looked too much into it. I'm sure somebody watching this has and can let me know. So please do. I'd like to know, I'm gonna wait till you guys answer the question, answer me and write in on the comments. Super awesome, like deep, dark, blood red vinyl. Really, really cool looking. I'm gonna let you guys kind of answer that question, let me know before I do the research. But I think I had heard that. Like some of these were original tunes, the rest were just reworked death demos. And if that's the case, I really want to know which ones are which. Because like I said, the second half of this album is completely bitchin'. I mean, it's a great record, but it says side death and side metal. So the metal part's what I'm talking about. The death side's good. I like it. Definitely sounds a lot like Gruesome, kind of obviously, in my opinion. For obvious reasons, I should say, not obviously, but for obvious reasons. That could be the death stuff, I'm not really sure. But the metal side, dude, Rise of Satan, Summoned to Die, Mantis, Slaughterhouse, and Death by Metal. That right there, they could have put out as an EP, and it would have been absolutely fantastic. I've been spinning this thing or listening to it on Spotify, I should say, since it came out. Love the whole record, but that metal side, I mean, the last like week or so, I've just been going right to that one. Starting out at Rise of Satan and just going from there. Death by Metal. I put it on my social media page. Song of the Summer. Really, really good tune. Love it. This album is absolutely amazing. And it says right here on the packing slip, free LP. Death non-analog. Stage Series, Belgium. December 23rd, 1991. Dude, they just sent this to me, dude. That's a killer. I don't think I can recall a record company ever doing that. Kind of don't think Death albums are difficult to sell. But awesome stuff. There it is on black vinyl. Really, really cool. Awesome. Let's see if there's an inner sleeve. No, it's just the record sleeve. Nothing, no inner, nothing. So you get what? The set list. You get Suicide Machine, Left to Die, Flattening of Emotions, Zombie Ritual, Together as One, Side B, Within the Mind, Lack of Comprehension, Living Monstrosity, and Denial of Life. Chuck Schuldiner, 1967 to 2001, Relapse Records. Yeah, I don't know if that's the whole show. I might have to research that and see if that's the actual whole show or not. But, you know, 9 tunes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 9 tunes. Kind of feels like maybe they play more if it's a headlining show, but, you know, could be wrong. Non-analog on-stage series, Belgium, 12/23/91. Super cool. Really excited to get that. That was a freebie from Relapse Records, so thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Kind of make my day. Whoa, I almost dropped the damn thing. All right, last but certainly not least, I think I've mentioned before, there is a record auction company that I watch Thursday nights as Metal Nights, and I watch it a good bit. I don't really buy a ton on there, but he also does, like, you know, new metal in, like, you know, reissues and new stuff he got in. He does these flip videos in the morning. If you like something, you just name the album, the artist and album, and, you know, he bills you for it on Monday. Fairly cheap shipping is $8, so I got 3 records and paid $8 in shipping, which I don't think is too bad. It's a bit bigger of a box, so I'm going to save this one as well. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yep, all right, so let's do it. Let's move this out of the way. All right. First up, we have Overkill, The Wings of War, limited 500 copies on black-green vinyl. And this is not sealed, so I'm going to take it out and show you guys the vinyl. Maybe it is sealed. Yes, it is sealed. Holy shit. All right, hold on a second. What the hell is the thing? There we go. It's taped in a weird spot on the bottom. I'm trying to open it from the top. There we go. All right. Let's open it up. I'm going to keep that for one of my older records that doesn't have a sleeve. All right. Oh, I gotta unmake this whole damn thing. All right, here we go. All right, took forever. Okay, so it's a gatefold. Just got the skull with bat wings there for Overkill. There are the boys on the back. There is an insert here. Just another picture of the guys. All right, so here's the actual albums. 2 LP set. Oh wow, that's cool. Pretty cool. It's like kind of clearish with black and green splatter. Really sharp looking, actually. See if the other ones is pretty much the same here. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So yeah, really, really sharp looking. That's cool. That's really cool. But Overkill, Wings of War. And then we've got Death Angels, Relentless Retribution on orange vinyl, sealed. So let's open this up. Another gatefold. Gatefolds are all the rage at the moment. I like gatefolds, and sometimes like I kind of like feel like I don't need to have them. Oh, they don't need to be gatefold. you go. Picture of the guys in the band and lyrics to the tunes. 2 LP set. They're both the exact same. To show you one, it's on orange vinyl, really bright colored orange vinyl. And then the very last record of the day is an album I've been listening to for a while and thought about buying it, but just never really pulled the trigger. And when I saw it advertised, you know, it was in the flip video with the crate that nobody had bought it on that night before's Metal Night auction. I was like, oh, no way, man, I gotta grab this. It's Nukem. The Grave Remains. Nukem, hailing from San Diego, Nukem fused classic thrash roots with contemporary power and precision. They expertly channel the energy of the genre's golden era while pushing it forward with ferocity and focus, a modern torchbearer for true thrash. And that's a good example of the band. Really, really good thrash metal, heavy riffs, fast, excellent solos, another gatefold. Picture of the guys in the band, and then some kind of weird demon goddess insert. You've got picture of the dudes in the band, and then the lyrics. This is on Redefining Darkness Records. I was glad to see it on that flip video because, you know, I've been listening to this for a while, but just never really kind of pulled the trigger. Saw it on Instagram, you know, where I could buy it, but just never, you know, really pulled the trigger. But it's another 2 LP set, and they're both the exact same color, so I'll just show you the one. There it is, like a dark forest green with black splatter with the Redefining Darkness record label on it, which is really, really sharp looking. Check that out. So excellent record. Give them a listen if you dig thrash metal, classic thrash metal. You're gonna dig these guys. Nukem, The Grave Remains, really, really good stuff. Definitely give these guys a listen. So there you have it, guys. That is the unboxing of all the stuff that came in the mail within the last, I think, maybe 2 to 3 days. So anyway, leave me a comment down below if you want to talk about any of these records. You own any of them? What do you think about them? I always like talking to you guys about metal, obviously. So if not, you know, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll do another video very soon. Cheers, everybody.